Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And it's Thursday, pre-Friday Eve, and it's Debsy. And the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys. So as I said, it is Thursday, aka Friday Junior, aka Friday Eve. Woohoo! So excited. Can you tell? So it's Thursday. Last night I did a crumble cookie review. So tonight I'm going to get down and dirty with what happened on the beach on Bachelor in Paradise day and night 2. Night and day 2. Okay, so night number 2, we started off with Gabby and Rachel coming down onto the beach. Once again, all the ladies were so excited, screaming, yelling. As we found out, Victoria went nuts over the engagement ring and just was like, wow. So guess Johnny has to look for a ring. So the ladies talked with the ladies and a couple things came out. They had very high marks and very good things to say about Tyler. No surprise there. They really didn't have too much to say about Johnny. The big trouble came for Logan. No surprise there. So Shanae talked about what had happened on the beach and the fact that Logan was first dating her, and then when the new girls came in, he had gone to Sarah and then he had gone to Kate. So listen, to me, in my mind, it sounded a heck of a lot like what went on during The Bachelorette, where he started off with Rachel and then dumped her and tried to go with Gabby. Thankfully, no, I'm not going to say thankfully, and that ended whenever the sickness, we can't say it, I guess, but you know, a beer which shall not be named. That's what I'm going to say. A beer which shall not be named. So they pulled, after that, the ladies pulled Kate aside to try and Kate wanted to get the tea and wanted to get the behind the scenes information about what went on. So Kate was going over the pros and cons of dating Logan, which for her was, he's hot. Okay, so he full of substance there. So he's hot. And they're talking and everything. And Rachel basically says she doesn't respect Logan. She thinks he hasn't changed. And believe it was Gabby who had said something like he has this ego where he thinks he's like the Bachelor and he's the best thing on the beach. And they're very much letting Rachel or letting Kate know, hey, maybe you might want to rethink your situation with him. Rachel says to her, listen, you do what's right for you, and we'll stand by what you decide. But she basically didn't want to come out and be like, dump him. I mean, I'm sure that's where it's going to go. So she said, okay, I'm confused now, but I don't know. So the girls head out. Before they head out, they say goodbye to everybody. And Gabby, I noticed Gabby had gone up to Logan and had kind of side hugged him and was like, I have a beef with you and treat my girl right. Logan was like, I don't know what she means about I have a beef, but he's scared. He's scared about maybe what they told her, what the ladies told Kate. So a date card comes up and it's for Tyler, and it says, time for you to shoot your shot. And of course he asks Brittany. Now I'm going to tell you, I just really like Tyler and Brittany together. Aside from the fact that they look like a brother-sister couple, I think they're really cute together. And they went out on their date, and I like them together. I think she's sweet, and I think he's a nice guy. I would really like to see them work. And before they headed out, though, Tyler was saying there's these couples on the beach that are so great. You have Brandon and Serene. You have Johnny and Victoria. You have Genevieve and Aaron. And I was like, wait a minute, don't try and be like Genevieve and Aaron. As soon as they said that, they get into the dumbest fight, just the stupidest fight of fights. Not even, listen, because this is the first year that I've watched Bachelor in Paradise, so I don't know about the other fights, but this fight was just the dumbest fight of all fights. And it was basically over, is itching the same thing as pain? So they're having a discussion off camera. So Aaron and Genevieve are having a discussion off camera. And Aaron says that itching is low level pain. So they're talking about it. And I guess Aaron had started just screaming. No surprise. Aaron had just started yelling at her. And she's like, wait, why are you yelling? I mean, what's going on here? So he starts yelling. Genevieve, I think she just has stuff just packed and ready to go at any time, because she's like, that's it, I'm leaving. And she puts one thing in and boom, she's gone. You knew she wasn't going to be gone. And even the boom operator, that was just the funniest thing. The boom operator was the real pain is having to listen to this fight, because it's just so stupid. So Genevieve is walking the path. She's getting ready to leave. She wants the van. She's getting ready to leave. She's waiting. Aaron walks up to her. Of course, Aaron catches her in time. Aaron talks to her, and it starts the whole thing again with the discussion about itching and pain. And he basically was upset because he said she yelled, and she said that he yelled. She just feels like he was blowing her off, and he thinks that she was just yelling at him. So they both think there's a whole bunch of yelling going on. And Aaron, now listen, here's the thing. Aaron said, when you're not emotional, you're sweet, but when you're emotional, then forget it. I mean, people are going to get emotional. I don't know. They made up, but no. Mm-mm. I mean, I already know from things that I've seen on TikTok, if these two fight, because it seems like they're constantly fighting. And that's just I mean, they're not even married or engaged or anything. What the hell would happen if they were to get married? Oh, no. I thought these two were real sweet before, but forget it. They are like, I was going to say they're like cinnamon water. That doesn't make any sense. They're like, no. They're like two things that don't go together. Tell me two things that don't go together in the comments that they're like. I don't know. Peanut butter and tuna fish? Sure. Once again, Tyler and Brittany, adorable on their date. And it was so cute because she was like, I'm on a date with my boyfriend. I just love the two of them together. And I feel like he's met I feel like he's ready. He's just ready to settle down. And she says she's falling in love with him. Next up, Thomas, Becca and Thomas, aka Bachelor Nation royalty. Like, as soon as married couples or engaged couples come back, everybody's like, Bachelor Nation royalty. So they come back. Becca proposed to Thomas. They're engaged. They announced that there's going to be the first annual Sadie Hawkins in Paradise. And the theme is going to be back to the 90s, like the 1990s. And Logan says at the end of the 90s, he was 4. So makes me feel real old. Now, see, when they showed this preview beforehand, I really thought I thought it was the 70s. Like, I thought it looked like they were dressed for the 70s. So, and they say, okay, so it's your chance, ladies, to really get creative in how you ask your man to the dance. So everybody's doing really cute things and asking the guys out. And meanwhile, Kate is still hung up on the problems with Logan. So Kate says, I need to talk to you about this before we dance our asses off tonight and have fun. Logan was like, this is exhausting. And he's like, I'm getting ready to fight for you and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, she's still hung up on the whole Lindsay thing. Like, she's like, listen, I'm worried about, are you going to go out with the next person that comes down the steps? He's like, listen, that already happened. Lindsay came down the steps and I didn't go out with her. And she's like, but you had to ask me. And they had a little bit more of a discussion. He said magic words and everything's fine. And she's like, will you go to the dance with me? He's like, well, of course. So the dance happens. But listen, Brandon and Serene make my heart so happy. There's a few couples, listen, there's 2 couples in Paradise that make my heart happy. And the first one that I had already mentioned is Tyler and Brittany. The other one, the ultimate couple, that's Brandon and Serene. I'm going to tell you what, those 2 baby dolls, they belong together. Love, cannot wait for them to get together, for them to get engaged, to get married. I hope they get married on TV. I want to send them a gift from their registry. So also, everybody's having fun. It's a boys versus girls dance off and shenanigans are happening. NC and Andrew are kissing on the dance floor, which is real awkward for Jasenia. I don't blame her for feeling bad. And they're then playing, I think they're playing like Frisbee or something. And Jasenia's talking with Marinara. And she's saying she's upset that Andrew never really spoke to her about what was going wrong with them. Like, nothing was working apparently. They didn't have that spark, but he never talked to her about it. So Jasenia pulls Andrew aside and told him that. And then basically said, well, you went from like Teddy to Brittany to me to NC. And I know that you've given me a fair shot. And this whole time, NC, who meanwhile just came onto the beach the day before. Before that, Andrew was in a relationship with Jasenia. And NC all of a sudden is super upset that Andrew's talking to Jasenia and they were playing catch. And she just came up and asked to talk to him, and he just left. He just discounted her and just left. Didn't say anything. And she's asking around, did he have some kind of a relationship with Jasenia? And meanwhile, everybody's like, no, not really. No. Am I crazy? Because I really thought I thought they were together. That's the reason why he wasn't with Brittany anymore. Well, and also because of the fact that Brittany was with Tyler. But when Brittany went to talk to Andrew, he was like, he had said, oh yeah, I'm with Jasenia now. They were together. I don't know why everybody was like, no, that's crazy. They weren't together. So NC interrupts them a first time. And he's like, listen, I want to wrap this up. And then she went and she interrupted a second time and told him to end this discussion if he wants to pursue something with her. And Andrew says, I will be there in a few minutes. I just need to talk to her. She once again, no, you need to come with me now. And Andrew says he wants to be friends with Jasenia. And NC says, are you sure? Listen, who the fuck do you think you are? You just came onto this beach the day before, throwing down some ultimatum. And Jasenia was like, you just threw down an ultimatum and that's not right. Because you've been dating this dude for 20 minutes, bitch. I was there first. So then Andrew comes out and says that his heart has never really recovered from losing Teddy. His heart is really still with Teddy. He was trying to find what he thought he needed in everybody else, but he can't do it anymore because his heart is with Teddy. And she's crying and she's very upset. She feels like she was just being strung along the whole time. I completely get that. I understand that. And she says she's leaving paradise. Andrew then says he's leaving paradise. NC comes up and starts talking to him. She's upset that he walked away with just no regard to her. How she handled this whole thing with Jasenia I think kind of soured him on her, because he said that's just not the way that he treats people. So he says, listen, my heart is still with Teddy. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. So then she proceeds to like beg him like for a minute straight, just begging, crying, pleading for him to stay. Listen, he was smart. If someone shows you who they are, you better believe that's who they are, because that's who she is. So she kept pleading. He says, no, I'm not doing this. Walks out, and then she's crying and falling down all over the place, and she leaves. So there we go. 3 people gone in one night from the same triangle. So that's it. So next week it should be interesting, and we're coming up on the reunion. Like I said, I'm gonna say, I have learned some things from TikTok. Spoilers, and I'm not gonna put in here. I really would like to, but I won't. Suffice to say, it's gonna be a real good one. So everybody, if I have not told you yet today, which I haven't, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there. Spread kindness liberally, and I love you guys. Please stay safe, stay warm, and I love you guys. Bye, guys.